So today I want to kind of set up and work with the mod called prefab a little bit, because we have a nice mob spawner, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. It does what it's intended to do, but I would love to have a much cooler mob spawner. And I think I want to place it up here on this island. I already kind of mapped out where it should be with my dragon. We kind of flown up there. I've kind of been neglecting the dragon. I've been neglecting Daenerys just for a little bit. It's okay. I'm back. It's all right. You're back. You're not stuck in your horn anymore. But anyways, I want to work on the prefab. But to do that, I need to go back to the nether. And there's some stuff I need to grab in the nether. Specifically, let's make sure I have my food bag and I have my loot pet. I need to grab, let's see, a bunch of glowstone. I'm going to need some double compressed glowstone. Just kind of random thing. And a lot of compressed stone. So I'm currently cooking some stone up in my base, but we're going to need a lot of glowstone. So I don't think there's a magnet in this pack, like any particular kind of magnet. There's this. What is this? Pulls in nearby items higher. This is from unique crops. That'd be that would take a little bit of time to get to this point. Unique crops is so weird. Okay, so I don't think yeah, I think what we have is probably going to be the best. You know, let's take a look at our picks. Do we have any picks that have the, no, I don't. I was wondering if I had any that had the stuff that just automatically pulls stuff directly into your inventory. Doesn't seem like it, because what I want to do is fly up here. Or excavate, but yeah, as you can see, I'm not going to be able to pick all of it up. But luckily I can fly now, so getting glowstone is a little bit easier. But we're going to need a lot of it, because like I said, we need double compressed glowstone. And then I'm also going to need like triple compressed stone, and then also double compressed stone on top of that. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm trying to make this right here, the monster masher from prefab. This thing is awesome. It comes preloaded with spawners inside of it. I know that sounds crazy, but it literally does come preloaded with spawners inside. So I'm gonna gather a good amount of this glowstone. I'm gonna gather, hopefully I can, maybe fill my inventory with it. Shouldn't take me too long to kind of harvest that out, but like I said, I do have a special place that I want to place this stuff, and hopefully that all works out for me. So here is the monster masher. All we got to do, I think right now, is just make some iron bars, and I should have just about everything ready to go. The main thing was just getting the stone all compressed up. We needed triple compressed, as you can see. That is just a lot of stone. So got all that done. That is all setting inside my inventory now. And here is the monster masher prefab. Awesome. Now you're like, what does this do? You're about to find out. Let's go ahead and hop on our dragon. Sleepy. It's not sleepy time for you. Time for you to wake up. All right. We're going to head up here. Because up here, I did go ahead and kind of map out a little area. You take a look right here. I did sort of map out this area because I don't remember exactly where this place is, but if you do right click, you can go ahead and show a preview of where this is going to be built if I was to place it there. I don't exactly want it there, so yeah, we need to definitely move it forward a little bit. To kind of make it even, I want it as centered as possible in this area. Wow, that guy can really move. That was weird. Alright, so it does look like it's kind of placing, like, was it placing right there? Right where I place it is where the front is going to be at. So it places it one block in front. One block in front. That's actually just about where I want it. So, well, if that's the case, if that's where it's going to be, I think this is the perfect place for it. So right here, I placed it right here, and I'm just going to hit build glass color. Let's change that to, you know what? I kind of like the orange. Orange. All right, and let's go and build this. And yeah, we're gonna have to fill in the rest of this hole. I think what I want to do is make the bottom glass, but there is a prefab build. right there. And like I said, this will be the entryway into this. Now, the cool part about this is literally a mob spawner. Comes standard with a bunch of chests, you know, with a way to turn this on and off, and mobs will spawn in here, right? And of course, we can set up a way to auto kill them. That I'm not worried about. And I think inside here is hoppers. Yeah. And of course, your chest loot all gets funneled right here. It's actually it is a really good mob farm, because inside here, I think it's 4 separate mob spawners. So the more you hang out down here, the more likely you are to get some mobs to spawn. And it says lamp on equals mobs. So if this is on, it shuts the lamps off, and mobs can start to spawn. And they'll be anything. They're coming from regular mob spawners. So yeah, they'll just drop down here. You can of course take them out, or we can set up automation to do it for us. And hopefully we should be able to gather a bit more materials this way. Not just materials, but experience is really what I'm after. More experience. There's even an enchanting table over here. Of course, it's not the one that I like, but it definitely works and gets the job done. So what I want to do is I want to make the floor a little bit different. I want to take out probably most of this floor here and turn this into something different. I definitely want this to be glass. I want to be able to see down a bit more. So I'm definitely going to go grab some glass. We might even be able to chisel it. I want to see what it might look like if it's all chiseled up. Because as far as glass, I'm also going to need to make some more. We'll figure it out. I think some maybe multicolored glass. I don't know. I think regular glass probably work too. But if it's chiseled, it's going to look really good. So I think I got this thing looking pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I did my best for what I had. I replaced the floor, and I also might have caught a little bit of ground on fire. But take a look at what this looks like now. So if we go down here, of course I have to fly to it. I wanted to leave it floating, so I went ahead and added these pillars down to the bottom. And on the inside, you can then look down into the floor, and you can see all the pillars down at the bottom, because this is such a cool looking thing down here. And of course, if we want mobs, we turn them on. They all get collected in here. I don't really need mobs that much in this, but you know, it still is a nice little thing to have. Like if we want extra mobs, we have the access to them, which is good because I'm going to be needing that here soon. Potentially for creepers, mostly creepers. And I think there's a creeper spawner in there. So let's talk about the creepers and what we're going to do with them, because I need to head back down to my base. There's a little bit down here we got to do. So, speaking of creepers, right? Let me go ahead and take you so you're not screaming at me. There we go. I want to kind of get into a little bit of Reliquary. We've not really touched much of Reliquary, and I think mostly that's due to the lack of some of the materials that we needed for it. So this is all we have when it comes to Reliquary as far as the items. We have slime pearls, which are usually pretty hard to get. And we have a couple of withered ribs and things like that, a couple of nebulous hearts. We're missing a few things, like we're missing some squid, which I don't think we need the squid beak that much. If we do, that should be pretty easy to get. That comes from squids. Inferno Claw, we don't have. That's something you have to craft, I believe. But it's this right here, right? We don't have a lot of catalyzing glands. And I don't really know where the catalyzing glands even come from. They come from creepers normally. I've killed a lot of creepers, and I'm super surprised that we haven't got any of them. It doesn't seem like they're dropping that much. So we definitely need them for a lot of the stuff that I want to make. One of the things I would love to make is a Rendingale. I mean, I know we can already fly, but that's still something that is pretty nice to make. Also, the other thing that is nice to make is like an Infernal Chalice that gives you unlimited lava production. And also the book. Let me kind of find the book in here, right here. The Tome of Alkestry. This is where we're missing a lot of stuff, right? We need a catalyzing gland. We need an Eye of the Storm, which is kind of hard to get in itself. That's what we're going to try and get today. We just don't have a catalyzing gland. So maybe if we kill a bunch of creepers today by flying around, maybe finding some, we can do that. Maybe if I stand at that farm for a little while and kill some of those creepers with a sword that does have fortune on it, maybe we'll have a better chance. I don't know, because the regular looting isn't what's getting us those things. But speaking of that, we still need to start working on getting the storm. So we need to make a gun, right? And we need to make it so that way we can get charged creepers. And this is going to be the fun part. So making this is going to require a little bit of stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hunter's handgun. So regular hunter's handgun, it's going to require some stuffs that we need to make. So we'll go ahead and make the grip assembly. We'll go ahead and make this, which I guess I don't have a blaze rod. Luckily we can make blaze rods, but at the cost of some of our materials. So there we go. And then also the barrel, which requires nebulous hearts. Now, if I need more nebulous hearts, which I probably will, all depends, we can easily get those. Those come straight out of the nether. They're just so easy to get in the nether. All right, so that's pretty much it. And then we'd combine it all together and get ourselves a hunter's handgun. Now, the hunter's handgun needs a few things. It's not very self-explanatory down here. You need these empty magazines. Let's see, stone. Please tell me we have some stone. I don't know why. I guess it makes sense. I did just like literally use up all the stone to make that other stuff. Okay, so we need empty magazines. And we're gonna need to make a charged shot, right? I think it's called charged. Charged right here. A storm shot. And you can see we're gonna need catalyzing glands to even make this. So I need to figure out what we need to do. Let's get some looting. I think I have looting as like a high looting. Yes, we have a high looting right here. I'm gonna just apply. I would say I guess I could just apply it to my sword here. And hopefully when I rip this off, it's something I can just rip off right away. But I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna farm this for a little bit and see if I can't get some catalyzing glands. I think creepers are spawning in here, which is perfect. So I've been farming at this for a little while and I did get one. So I do think that it is going to take a little bit more to get this, but I might be able to help myself by going inside here. Let's get some cobble and seeing if I can't get rid of the spider spawners, because that is an issue that I'm encountering, is the spider spawning in here. Yeah, they're a bit of an issue. So I think there's a spider spawner in here, and that's what I need to fix. All right, so I think the cactus is supposed to help with that a little bit. Is there a spider spawner? There is. There's one right here. So the water is helping push these mobs out. And as you can see, there is a creeper one right here. I'm actually to the point where I might just break all of them. The spider one definitely needed to go. So having that spot gone, I can just put a stair here. That way nothing spawns. And hopefully that'll help a little bit. Turning on these lights should help. But this is how it's all set up. But getting rid of the spiders, definitely I recommend that. You shouldn't even be in there to begin with. Should not be in there. All right, so stone. Stair. Let's go ahead and throw that back on here. Everything's back the way it should be. Looking good. Okay. And then I can turn it back on. Because like I said, I am getting them, but very slowly. Like getting that is coming at a cost. Very, very slow process. But it's going to take a little bit of a slow process in order for me to get them. I'm also getting some other loot while I'm here. I did also wanted to mention, let's see, do we have weakness splash potions? I need to use these. So let's just take a look. We might be able to get one as we farm here for a second. So let me just kind of farm here. When we get these spirits that pop up, I'm going to use this on it. And we should be able to get something called... There's one. Is it weakness? Or is it potions of harming? Flash potion of harming. For instant damage. Okay, so Can we? Oh, okay. So we got it. We got it, or something called ectoplasm. And that's what we get from killing those spirits. So we definitely need to get a hold of more of that. I thought the weakness, but I guess it's the instant damage potions is the ones that really affect this. I gotta be careful with the creepers walking into that middle section. This isn't the best spawner thing design in the world, but it does get the job done though. So we may not be able to get the reliquary fully done today, but that's okay. At least we ended up getting ourselves some ectoplasm from random things, because that's actually kind of cool all in itself. Look at all the mobs. This is just, the mobs are all over the place here. They are straight up after us. Okay, so I need to head back to the base because there is something that I want to do. It's kind of, now that we got this ectoplasm, I'm kind of excited about it because we can start producing more ectoplasm. All you need is one. All you need is one, and that should be enough to get us started. At least in this pack, it should make it a little bit easier. So I am also going to dive into some other stuff that I guess could help with building. Might as well like put it on here. Let's go ahead and take all this stuff. Just throw it in this chest. This is all like stuff that I've gotten from the Illuminati pet. There we go. We can throw that in there. No big deal. Okay. So let's take a look at hopping bonsais. So we can go ahead and make this and take a hopper. Throw a hopper there and make ourselves a hopping bonsai. And we place the hopping bonsai here. Let's get some dirt. And yeah, we can place the dirt in it and grow some saplings. But we don't have our sapling just yet. Let's get a sapling. I'm going to take a oak sapling. And what we should be able to do is place an oak sapling on the ground. Like right here. And hit it with the ectoplasm. And it turns it into a spectral sapling. And then we can take that spectral sapling and start growing it over here. So this is going to take a little bit of time, but what this will produce is potentially more ectoplasm, because it is a part of its list. So spectral right here. So it has a 20% chance to drop ectoplasm, and this is probably going to be the fastest way to get it. And you're like, well, what does ectoplasm do? Well, we can use it to make ourselves some ingots and get ourselves into a custom dimension that is going to be a spectral dimension. Now, you may be like, well, we don't really need to have a spectral dimension. We already have, you know, these dimensions as well. Like, and it's true, but I just like showing off new things, like things that you may not know about. So inside here would take you into that kind of spectrally dimension. This is its own custom dimension where like you could just take things and just hang out in them. So it, you know, as of right now, it just gave us a stick, but you know, eventually it has the chance of giving us a lot more. So I'll kind of keep my eye out for that. For now, looks like we did get an advancement for it growing for its first time. Bone meal, I think, can be used on these, by the way. So if I use bone meal on this, I can make it grow incredibly fast. And there's some ectoplasm. Let's utilize some bone meal on this. And we can get this to grow really fast. We have so much bone meal, it's so crazy. So 4 ectoplasm out of that. I don't know how many times the tree grew. Does seem like it's a little bit slower than what it says on the list, but anyways, this right here is what we need. And then we can take this and make ourselves a spectral key. All right, let's take a look at this. So a spectral key. Hopefully we have enough ectoplasm to do this. The key needs 1, 2, 3. Now we also need this stable ender pearl. We need this. It's 1, 2, 3. That gets us the key. Awesome. So now that we have the spectral key, you're going to see what we can do with it. You basically right click with it. And you wait a moment. And voila. Just like that, we're teleported into what is the spectral dimension. Now, normally it looks a little bit different. Let me actually take, well, I would take the shaders off, but it's not going to work very well. It's normally this blue color that you see here, but we're kind of like fading in between those two colors here. I do like it with shaders though. But basically, you can see the roof's not very tall. We only have 3 blocks. Well, we can make that grow. So if we hold this, we can go back. This will take us right back where we were. So you can just use this anywhere. But if you take some ectoplasm, let's go ahead and head back. We can actually make the room grow. So we can make this thing all the way up to build height, I do believe, in height. So you take your ectoplasm, and if I right click to here, you can see this is now 4 tall, where before it was only 3 tall. So kind of cool. Kind of cool in my opinion. Of course, shaders doesn't really like this dimension. There's no way for light to get in here. I could force light in here, though. You can see with it kind of lit up what it looks like. And then of course this thing in the middle. Yeah, you can just place things in here. This is your own like special dimension called the spectral dimension. And it's just like a box in the middle of nowhere that you can do stuff in. Does it say chunk loaded? As far as I know, it doesn't. I don't think that has anything to do with it. You can also just right click the middle. You don't have to hold your key, by the way. So yeah, that's something cool. Like just like that, just in case you lose your key while you're in there, you can still get out. Yeah, we just got another piece of ectoplasm. So like I said, you can just keep making that thing grow. I just wanted to show you guys that. So pretty nifty. Some cool things that are in this pack that you may not even know about. Kind of hidden behind special mechanics. So now that we have 2 of the catalyzing glands, we can actually go ahead and make those shots. Now we only get so many, so we definitely are going to be relying on more catalyzing glands. It says you can get them from gas. You can, but you're going to have to find a gas spawner in the nether. At least they exist. You can, I mean, I destroyed my gas spawner, but you should be able to find them pretty easy. And they should, I think they spawn closer to where fortresses are at. So we should be able to find them. But anyways, charged is what we, or storm is what we need. Storm shots. So we're going to need to make storm shots. We're going to get 8 of these. And you see the empty magazine. We basically take a magazine and you fill it with that, and that makes a storm magazine. And then we can take our handgun right here, and that loads it. And you can see in the bottom right hand corner, I know it's overlapping some stuff. That shows our magazine capacity, and we are locked and loaded and ready to shoot at some creepers. And the creepers are going to become charged. So let's head back up here. We should be able to shoot creepers from within this area because they're going to spawn there. And we're looking for a specific drop that you can only get from charged creepers, because Reliquary just wants to make you suffer. So let's go get those. Hopefully we can get one. Let's see. Let's see if we can't get creepers to spawn right off the bat as soon as we turn this on. Okay, so there's a creeper right there. If we shoot it, I want to make sure that I'm going to hit it. There we go. We want to make sure it doesn't die from fire. There we go. And it died. But it didn't drop what we want it to drop. So we're going to keep shooting at it. Like, keep shooting at these guys. Of course, we have this random mob in there. There we go. We want it to kill. Oh, we got a catalyzing gland from it at least. So yeah, we want to be the ones killing it, not the fire. But with their health being so high like it is, I don't think that's going to be a big issue. Okay, here's another one. Oh, I shot the wrong thing. So yeah, you definitely got to be careful. Definitely got to be careful. Yeah, we're just not getting lucky here. And I just shot the wrong thing again. Wasting these bullets. Because I only get so many. Until I get another catalyzing gland at least. So I'm definitely getting more catalyzing glands this way. Still didn't get what I actually needed. Which is, I mean, this is good. Getting the catalyzing glands is still good. Like, because I'm able to make another set of this. Take her empty here. And make another magazine. And of course, it loads the magazine back up. And we're ready to go again. Taking out some of these things. Did I get it? Don't think I got it that time. And of course, I set the whole thing on fire in here. Typical. So, shoot this creeper. don't want it to burn in fire, nor do I want any of the items to burn in the fire. Why is the middle area on fire? Okay. We're getting this. We're gonna get this. That dropped TNT, I think. That literally dropped TNT. Oh my god. Yeah, like I said, this is gonna be a long process. I didn't even realize it, but I got one. There's the Eye of the Storm right there. You only get it from a charged creeper. I ended up getting it. Nice. I still think we need some more glands. Oh, I think I just got a gland. Oh, and I got another Eye of the Storm there. Nice. So I did get what I needed. I still think we're missing a few things. We still need witch hats. So we do need a witch hat for this to work. But we are very close to this. We can actually make this, given that we had some bat wings, and these drop from bats. Getting bats to spawn, that's a thing in itself. Yeah, you're not just gonna get them to spawn, and bats in the buckets don't work like you think they would. But you'd have to get, man, I don't even know how we're gonna go about getting bat wings. I mean, being in a cave, they usually spawn in like really large cave areas. Maybe we can just clear out a really large cave area underground. Maybe do that next episode to potentially get that, because I mean, we already have enough of the Eye of the Storms to be able to make the book and also make the Reningale. Because that Reningale is just insane. You talk about how fast you can fly. It's an insane fly speed. You can cover large distances. Like, why even worry about a dragon when you can just use that? It's insane how fast you can fly. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.